Weil?
Weil ich mich hier stundenlang durch die neuesten...
Hello, hello. How we doing? Ba 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 ba. Do I need to fix some? Hold on. I don't like how close. Hold on, hold on. Wait. Pause. I don't like how close chat is to the chat box. Where is Caster Labs? Can I fix that real quick? I don't like how that looks. Edit. Where do I do that again? Text, is it text style? Font weight, no. Text shadow, letter spacing, outline size? No, I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. Or is it? Wait. No, I don't know, that's not it. What is it? What is it? Is this it? Hold on. Hold on. Fixing things. Fixing things. Fixing things. I need to see how this looks in comparison. Actually that might be it. Hold on. Okay, I think that's it. Let's make it 7. 6. 5? I'll make it 6. Make it 6. Okay, there we go. That's better. That's better. Anyway, how we doing? We are back, finally! How long has it been? At least 2 weeks. 3 weeks, I think. I think it's been 3 weeks since we have entered the courtroom. I did check. I think we're about 2/3-ish through the case, so depending on how long I go today and how fast I am, we could finish it today. That's a strong maybe. A strong hopefully. But also, I hope everyone's doing well today. My throat is acting up a little today. Maybe it's because I had the cake earlier, and usually like chocolate cake, I don't know, makes my throat a little scratchy. Might be the sugar or the chocolate or something. I don't know. By the way, speaking of cake, I very much fumbled. I made cake, like another black bean chocolate cake, 2 days ago, and I fumbled. I fumbled hard because first I forgot to put in the baking powder, and then when I wanted to add it like a little later, I accidentally poured in like almost the entire packet, so the cake came out really bitter, and I had to try and rescue it with what do you call it? Like glazing, chocolate glaze thing. And it, I managed to save like half of it. I did have to cut the cake in half because a lot of the baking powder like didn't really mix in well, and it just like was like gathered at the top, so I cut off the top, and now it's kind of fine. But yeah. Have you seen the Pokemon Present yesterday in the trailer for Gen? I have not seen the full trailer. Should we watch it now? Should we watch it? You know what? Fuck it. Let's watch the full trailer. I've seen the starters. Have we seen anything else but the starters? Fuck it. Let's watch that real quick. Not special contents. No, I wanted to go to the options. Music off. I did save some of it. Yes. I just gotta remember next time. YouTube. Pokemon 2026. Yeah, winds and waves. Winds and waves. I've watched that Star Rail video off stream. I watched it by myself. It was fun. God, it's funny. It's really good. This is the one, I believe. Stop. I'm gonna hope that they also release this for the regular Switch, because if not, then I will be very mad. Let me do the volume so you guys can actually hear it. Where is it? I have too many tabs open. There we go. That should be it. 3.5 minutes. Let's have a look-see. I did see like the graphics look pretty damn good. I somehow doubt they're gonna be that good in the actual game, but okay, it's a little loud. Umbreon! Babies! I forgot about this fuck up there. I like the music. Ooh. Oh, dude. Oh! Oh, it's just all the generations. Water! I saw these little fucks because Sunday sent them to me. Look at them! They're so cute! Also, who dressed you? They look so silly! I love them! Game Freak. This looks nice though. Listen, I love water. I love water-themed regions, so this might actually be for me. That water looks pretty good. Yeah, and the different regions too with the lighting and stuff. It does look good. Do you know they have official names as well? They do. Yeah, these we know of. We have seen them all before. This is interesting. And look at these little creatures! Okay, so this is just Angry Bird. This is a Pomeranian. And I love him. Dog. Something about this one. I don't know what it is. Something about this one gets me. It reminds me of one of these... What was it? Any of you guys remember Littlest Pet Shop? It looks like I had a couple of those creatures, and this looks like one of them. What are you supposed? Are you a tadpole? What are you? A lizard? A thing? I think for once I might actually go with the water starter. I usually don't go for water starters. It's either grass or fire. Gecko, maybe. Yeah, no, look at it, it's so cute! Keep that dog on 4 legs until the end. Maybe one day. That's a weird cloud up there. Yeah, I had the DS game for that. Do the underwater. Can we go underwater, maybe? Can you let us go underwater? Goddamn. Winds and waves. $20.27. Actually, maybe... I mean, yeah, it doesn't say anything about regular Switch, so... I might be a little screwed. It's been since Gen 3 that I haven't seen it. There was underwater exploration in Gen 3? Maybe there wasn't, I just forgot. I joined, like, around 4 to 5. And I only saw, like, gameplay of the earlier regions, or generations, games. So I probably saw it somewhere and I just forgot. But yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, new Pokemon game, new, very pretty Pokemon game. Wabam. Music. It was the only way you could get to, like, get to the eighth gem. Oh, interesting. Yeah, dude, I love underwater. If my Fontaine exploration is anything to go by, I love water regions. And underwater stuff. So pretty. So pretty. I just love colder colors, so that's that. I want that Angry Bird to become a bigger Angry Bird, or like Terrence. Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do. See, the one I'm most worried about is actually, I think, the water one, because the water one looks very cute, but also, are they gonna keep it that cute? You know? You know? It was leaked like a few months ago. Interesting. I don't keep up with Pokemon leaks. It's all 2.0. Nora! Oh yeah, Nora, I'm sorry. I totally forgot to reply to you yesterday. Congrats on getting Black Swan. I completely forgot. Which doesn't work at my school anymore. Like, connection-wise, or... Huh. Yep, that's fair. Wi-Fi or data? That sucks. Anyway, let us continue. I think we dropped off right at yeah. Cross-examination. Last I remember, we were kind of fucked. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't see how we're gonna get out of this one. I don't know how we're gonna do it. I just want to see them... I just want them to keep the dog on 2 legs. I assume you mean 4. Or make it make sense on why I should be on 2 legs and not the whole Fuecoco situation. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Someone's at the door. Do I need to go myself, or will someone else get it for me? Someone else will get it for me. Okay. 1 second. Okay. Let's go through, skim through this to get back into it. Slung to the carriage before they look hooked up the horses, just like always. Press. All right, we're all in Japanese still. Let me move my mouse. Already in before it set up its run. Right. I need to ask her questions, Your Honor. Funnels, escape, grace, riding for Frey. Always goes for some grab. That's when she got in, okay. Brushes, buckets, and whatnot in there. Always check out and come in a corner somewhere. Okay. Alright. Yeah, there was nothing... Or, well, there was something in there. Okay. I'm at the door. It's me. Ba-da-da-da. Oh, you're in the government at least some of the time. Yeah, what does that mean? Oh, the god permit? On that night, okay. Lenny, welcome in. We didn't get very far. We watched the Pokemon, the new Pokemon trailer, and we pretty much left off where we started where we left off last time in this game. So we just got started. This one was discolored. Didn't budge the whole way. Not when intro was totally stuck. Right. Uh-huh. What? Who the fuck else? Whoops. Sorry, let me go back. Didn't press that yet. Blaze, welcome in. How you doing? Didn't their cabin at all. Most of the question. Uh-huh. Let's see if I can read if there's the other one. Okay. Weren't able to push the cushion up to peek out. Doesn't like small dark places. Okay. That is a fair point. That is a fair point. If she doesn't like hiding in dark places, in small, cramped places, why would she even get on the omnibus to begin with? And do it like that? Like, if she does this on a regular basis... Whoops. Speaking of the new Pokemon, fascinating that the annoying dog got in. Just paint him white. His final evolution will be the Tobias Fox. Just to human Toby Fox. When are you done to play more Overcooked? Anytime, really. We could try and get Logan on for it, so it will be a Wednesday. Do you mean the noise of someone falling to the floor? Don't remember so well. Good later. Well, suddenly no reactions either yet. In order to help the victim, right? I have to go on Wednesdays? Right. Then we cannot get Logan. Don't you have like holidays at some point? Well, no, because then why would the body fall? No, that makes little sense. You saw what? Sitting up the blow, who had fallen on a... So he was on the floor already. Was the knife in his stomach? Turns around and looks right at me. I sink back down again, but it's too late by then. Could never ask her looking. Huh. To the 25th? I am not there on the 25th. I am visiting my girlfriend. That's unfortunate. We can chat about it in DMs later. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Look at me mentioned. He's everywhere. Svari. Let me get away. Now they're all back, turned around. Let me press that last. I just can't quite put my finger. Okay, I'm gonna have a look through the evidence again later too. If it's not before 4 p.m. my time. We'll talk about it later. We'll sort it out later. Okay, let me have a look at the evidence again. There's not much to go off, so... Cause of death as determined hemorrhage as a result of a single stab wound to the abdomen. Yeah, the whole, like, sitting on the floor thing. Blood stain on the right glove. Both inside and on the roof. Quite valuable, and I don't... I assume it might be the image. Can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in the hiding place, yes. The scream just came out. Let me press this again, just in case. He pulled you from your hiding place. Scared Stiffer was back me out and sat me down in the seat and all. Next to the victim. You're still bleeding. Oh dear. Both my hands got covered in blood. Okay. I believe you're talking with him, is that correct? He asked, what did he ask you? Name what it was up to. Someone screamed. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that it's one of those two. We did point out the, you know, the small dark places. Wait! No, but it's in her hiding place. Loud bang, there's someone falling to the floor. Could have been made me jump. Let her scream. No, because we assume that he fell. Why would he have fallen then? Because that way he would have fallen first for some reason and then gotten stabbed. Sunk back down again. I can't. Whoops. And I don't see any reaction from McGilded either. This might just be because it's been a while. But the scream just came out. Pitch dark there. No, I didn't want to press. 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 Shut up. I didn't want to press. 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 Oh, there we go, you bitch. I didn't see. Was that there? Did you react like that before? What are you laughing for? Something wrong, Mr. McGilded. Oh, I do apologize. Was there something the matter, Counsel? I'm just wondering if Miss Listray, I forgot how I pronounced her name, last comment made something occur to you, perhaps? I gotta find my British again. You seem to be thinking something to yourself. Oh, no, it was nothing important. I was feeling bad for the poor lass is all. I remember feeling desperate myself as a young lad, shut up in the dark. It was terrifying, so it was. I see. I'm sure we all can sympathize. I'm still scared of the dark now. You can't handle needles, you're not good with blades, you don't like the dark. My god, you're a scaredy cat. I mean, valid fears, but... I don't know about yourself, but I find that the darkness seems to make everything you hear seem that much louder as well. I do not remember what voice I gave you. I suppose it does. Maybe. Miss Lestrade, did you hear something that night? Anything? An unusual noise, perhaps? Nah, not really. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring. Hey, Jabbers, there's no need to tell the whole world of me foibled, you little scamp. What a pity. If only Miss Lestrade had heard something, it might have given us a vital new clue. What should we make of that last tip? I mean, it's profoundly important, right? Pumpkin, how you... Well, you answered that question right there. But welcome in. I believe the statement just made by the witness is profoundly important. Profoundly important? But all she said was that she heard nothing. Yes, which is the profoundly important point. I'm almost sure of it. I'm almost sure that I don't understand the inner workings of your Eastern mind, Counsel. Rude. Nevertheless, Miss Gina Lestrade, you will supplement your formal testimony by repeating that last statement, please. What? Supplement? What are you on about? Don't give me all your fancy talk. I know what you're trying to do. Well, it won't work on me. That's right, insult the judge. Always a good move. I managed to work out what was going on. All I could hear was snoring. You didn't hear anything as the guy was being stabbed? Since the moment you hid yourself. Not exactly. No one in the cabin to start with. We just pushed nothing, they have a butchers to see what was what. Then when I saw this swirl getting on, I got my head down so he didn't notice me. I don't think that's a reaction. Would you Adam and Eve it? All I could do was listen. I was waiting to jump out very soon as I heard him leave. But would he not likely, even though he stopped in there, I never heard the door open. Oh. Everyone speaks in records, it's not like an old dog it was. Doesn't add up. Miss Lestrade, what you have just told the court is clearly at odds with the facts. At odds? Are you sure, man? Absolutely. It seems my learned Nipponese friend is not as dual-witted as I have feared. Thanks? So Van Zieks realized it too. Okay. Counsel, I must insist that you bolster your claim with evidence, or some complicit party's name at the very least. Yes, my lord. I expect you to demonstrate this alleged contradiction to the court. I forgot how racist Zeeks was! That is like that is maybe the most, well, no, one of the most memorable things about him at this moment. While she was hiding on the omnibus that night, she heard nothing but the sound of Mr. McGilded snoring. There's something else she should have heard. These evidence show a purse? I mean, yeah, why did she not show... She said the door didn't open or close. Show a person? On a particular sound that Miss Lestrade could not have failed to hear on the night in question. Very clearly explained by the presence of the... Fuck it, I'm gonna go for it. Okay, yeah. Him and doing a queen impression with the glasses, and him kicking his leg up like a... Yeah. Yeah. That and the fact that he's so over the top that he needs to apologize for it, which I still think is funny as hell. Like, if he was just pulling off those moves, sure. That in itself is already entertaining. But the fact that he apologizes for it every time, that beautiful bit. Yes, my lord. The sound that Miss Lestrade cannot have failed to hear is that of the victim, Mr. Mason, boarding the omnibus. Exactly. Explain your reasoning, counsel. Miss Lestrade, allow me to confirm something. You claimed earlier that you were the first person on board the omnibus. Is that correct? Yeah, of course I was. I got on while the driver was in the pub, didn't I? And the next person to board the omnibus was Mr. McGilded. But it was not a soul in the cabin when I climbed aboard. At least not in plain sight. So you were, to all intents and purposes, alone in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus at that time. Did I not just say as much? I wasn't traveling with anyone else, if that's what you mean. Yeah, I saw him get on, remember? Through the crack under the seat cushion. He was on his own, for sure. And from what we've heard, the carriage made a number of stops after that on its onward journey, during which time you did not hear the door opening or closing at all. Hanquill, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Nah, I never heard it. That's exactly what I was listening for, one weren't it? Waiting for this swell to leave. In which case, when and how did the victim end up in the carriage? We know that the victim collapsed inside the closed cabin of the omnibus. Therefore, Miss Lestrade's statement about what she did or did not hear is at odds with the facts. Ah. Yes, this petty thief's statement was clearly flawed. Lord Van Zix. Yes, he knew. He knew all too well that there was an inconsistency in Miss Lestrade's statement. I don't like that. It would seem words of thanks are in order for my learned friend. What are you talking about? You have demonstrated matters impeccably. This witness and her colorful statements are entirely unreliable. Her words are convenient untruths, nothing more. We're kind of back to stage one, aren't we? How can I think they're not board the omnibus? That makes no sense whatsoever. This girl's a pickpocket. Yeah. Oh, there goes our next judgment. Wabam. She didn't even say anything. I didn't want to judge the dear little mite just because she has some rather naughty ways. But I must say, I can't abide liars. And neither could I. Mr. Foreman. I didn't want to judge the girl just because she has some less than salubrious ways, whatever that means. But I must say, I cannot abide liars. Well, back to being fucked we go. Yep, and the last one's gonna join them very soon. Another glass. What are we gonna do with it? We're gonna drink it? We're gonna throw it? We're gonna crush it? Well, your consideration for others is refreshing, my Nipponese friend. To the considerable troubles you have spared me. Oh Lord, very refreshing. What are you playing at? Have you forgotten who you're working for, you useless... Okay, sir? Sir? It is still your life in my hands. I would tone the fuck down if I were you. This is carnage! It's perfect! Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have a shot with her. If we can't find some new way to convince everyone of Mr. McGillet's innocence, Judge Rulon will have lost. Yep. I very much wanted to believe the words of one of London's most respected gentlemen, but those of us in service know we must accept hard truths. I mean, what do we have? Yes, the witness's last statement seems to have revealed a critical inconsistency in her story. However, if we consider the possibility that her statement is in fact the truth, it may shed an entirely new light on this whole case. But how? But how? I'm sorry, sir. Whatever do you mean? I will not tolerate you attempting to prorogue my adjudication. Jesus fucking Christ. Explain yourself at once. When the accused boarded the omnibus on the night in question, the victim was nowhere to be seen. Subsequently, the carriage door was not heard opening a single time, as testified by the witness. And okay, what if it was already open? What if Mr. McGillet just forgot to close it? what if they both forgot to close it? Right. If this petty thief's words are to be believed, how do you explain the victim's miraculous appearance inside the cabin of the omnibus? Well, I can't. That's gonna be all on you, Ryunosuke. Miles one time said something on the lines of, "You'll be surprised how many times someone lies without knowing it." Oh yeah, for sure. There was another I don't think so, but... Okay, he was in there already. No, she clearly said that she didn't see anyone there. We're gonna take all the wrong options first anyway, but I want to try and figure out what the right one is. Let me take another look at the omnibus. Can't go underneath. I don't know, this could be something. This is nothing. Phoenix Wright. Let's go inside. I mean, to be fair, that does look like there could have been something here. In comparison to this area. So maybe... I'm gonna go with the obvious wrong choice first. He was in there already, obviously. Clearly, he was in there already from beforehand. Tell me, my learned friend, what was the function of that clearly in your last sentence? Huh? Well said, Lord Von Zeeks. That clearly is troubling me also. No, that's really not the point. The point is that the victim must have been in the carriage from beforehand. Wait, is this the right option? To what specific point in time are you referring? Wait, is this the right option? Okay, no, it's not. I was gonna say. That went on a little too long. Judging from these Nemonese eye... Shut up. Okay, I think it's the secret entrance, or another entrance. He was put there after he died. Obviously. The victim must have been placed in the carriage after he was killed. Up is showing me also. Okay, same thing. Same thing, okay. Bum, 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 bum. There is another entrance. If the door wasn't opened even once, the only explanation is that the victim entered the enclosed cabin some other way. I wonder what new fantasy you would come up with in your blind panic. But behold, the omnibus is there for all to see. Only one side of the enclosed cabin is furnished with a door, the other has only windows. Fixed windows which cannot possibly open. In short, there is no entrance to the cabin other than the door. But there could be. There is one possibility you haven't considered. Oh, really? Yes. One other way inside that isn't the door. Another opening, the use of which allowed the victim to appear inside the enclosed cabin. Alright, counsel. The defense will identify the location for the court. Court. Unless they're gonna say with the glass, they might refer to the glass. But I feel like we've established that you can't actually open it. But I'm gonna try it anyway. Whoops. Okay, that's what we're going with. The answer is obvious. It can only have been the skylight. I say, the skylight? Your ludicrous proposal has me at a loss for words. However... Oh, we don't even let him speak! The skylight may well be large enough for someone to pass through. So you claim. But do you have a shred of evidence to support your addle-brained theory? Well... Both Mr. McGilded and Miss Lestrade said the same in their testimonies. They each claimed to have heard a loud thud, such as the noise made by someone falling to the... Oh! Which has already been explained as the sound of the victim falling from his seat. Well, who's to say he fell from the seat? Would a man slipping from the seat onto the floor really have made such a loud noise as the witnesses describe? A noise loud enough to cause Miss Lestrade to let out an involuntary cry, in fact. Good gracious! Perhaps, in fact, that was the moment that the victim made his entrance into the cabin. No, let me rephrase that. The victim didn't enter the cabin as such. He fell into it. You're now suggesting that the victim fell from the skylight into the cabin. That's simply impossible. How can you be so sure? Because if the victim had fallen inside through the skylight, as you say, the passengers on the roof deck would have seen it happen. Or would they? If it had happened before. And yet not one person made mention of such events in their testimony. Well, when did they get... I forgot. Did they get on after or before McGilded and the girl? Well, the girl, obviously, but... Well, maybe, actually. Might your humble fella make a wee comment here? Mr. McGilded? To be sure now, the two fellas who were sat on the roof that testified afore said nothing of the victim falling through the skylight. But it seems to me, my lord, that 'tis not so much a case of them not saying, but... It's a case of them being unable to say. Because they weren't there? I think perhaps the two fellas do be having something of a compelling reason not to mention what happened. Would you not agree, fine ladies and gentlemen of the jury? Surely not. Unless, yeah, he's accusing them now. Those two chaps on the roof! You mean the ones who stuck that knife on the man were? But what would their motive be? Just what exactly are you insinuating here, you blitherer? What in the what are you doing? What are you doing? You right there, he said. You right there. What are you insinuating? I forgot what voice I gave you. Both of you. This is a flaming outrage. I've a good mind to give you a blinker in a minute. He'll give you a shiner in a minute, he said. And so will I. Mr. Fairplay. You're effectively accusing me, a city gentleman and well-respected banker. And me, a very angry hatter. Suggesting that someone like me could have stabbed that man in the guts, it's a disgrace, it's scandalous, it's... Ugh. I protest in the strongest possible terms. And there he is laughing. God, 4 people on the stand, Jesus. I will not permit this wanton invasion of the stand. Return to the anteroom at once. But this is beyond reason, my lord. It's outrageous. It's very hurtful, you know. My lord, if I may comment. Go ahead. It was the defense that incited this outburst from the witness. Excuse you! I didn't say anything. I didn't say it. I didn't accuse those two. My learned friend has seen fit to abandon all protocol and accuse the witness. I didn't accuse anyone, you bitch! I never intended to. It seems, young Nipponese, that your command of the English tongue is wanting. I didn't accuse jack shit, you asshole! You proposed to this court that the victim fell through the skylight from the roof deck on the omnibus. That hypothesis cannot possibly stand without the rooftop passengers being aware of the events. Well, sure, but... You have branded these gentlemen liars. You have intimated the criminal guilt, excuse me. Oh God. In our British courts of law, that is what is termed a baseless... Hey, it's only baseless if there is nothing to support it. We don't know if it's baseless just yet. I know I was rash to put this idea forward without any actual evidence, but... You can't just dismiss it without a second thought. What are we wasting time for? Get them to... testify! I thought there was something fishy about that hat from the moment I laid eyes on the fellow. We have to see this matter through now, one way or another. If there's filth and rubbish in our midst, we must dispose of it at once. Testify! 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 What's happening, Mr. Naruhodo? The spectators in the public eye gallery are very complete frenzy. Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First. My lord. You will take the stand again and make another formal testimony in reference to the indictment brought by the defense. Yes, well, they are pretty nervous now. I didn't come here for this. This is weird! I love the juries. This is weird! Refuting the accusation. Let me pour myself some more water. Water ASMR. Should I get some strawberries? I'll do it after. I'll do it during the cross-examination because then I don't have to. I don't have to read or read aloud. We were the only two. I change your voice every 2 seconds. We were the only two people on that roof deck, dead or alive. I can swear to that. If anything had happened where we were sitting, don't you think one or the other of us would have noticed? In any case, neither of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man. The skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't possibly have opened it. If you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof? I must say that on listening to his testimony, it is somewhat hard to imagine how either witness could have performed any malevolent act on this open rooftop deck, whatever, without the other noticing for the well, then they were both in on it. That's right, you say?
Objection!
Objection! Presto, how you doing? Where is it, I tell you? Although logically, of course, the argument falls down if the two of you were in collusion with one another. Thank you. Number 4. According to investigations by Scotland Yard, the two witnesses share no common dealings. Huh! Well, I don't trust coppers any more than I trust the stinking rich! That's my guy right there! Bro said fuck the rich and a cab. Trial is going in our favor, really. So why do I feel so uneasy? Counsel for the defense, over to you. Your cross-examination, please. Oh, yes, my lord. I will be right back. I guess we might take a little break here because I wish to get my straws. So, yeah. Tiny break. I'll wait. There we go. There's the music. Alright, we're back. I got myself some food. So let's have a look-see here. God, 4 people on the stand now. Thank God it gives you the markers when they react. Okay, so I'm talking. See, they're really doing a good job at making you not trust Gilded. Because, like, I want you to be innocent, just so I can win this damn case, but, like, I do not trust you, man. One of the fellowship briefly. I mean, to be fair, doesn't the cold, like, actually, like, doesn't being too cold actually, like, make you sleepy? Isn't that how it goes? Hold on. Lock the door. Whoops. My experience, no. Being too hot on the other hand. Yeah. I don't know, I feel like I remember that. Maybe it also depends on how cold it is and the person. Where did my noodle fall? There we go. My noodle, it fell. Hold on. There we go. Noodles are done. On to the straws. My desk is so cluttered. I need to clean the shit up at some point. There is so much going on here. Is this empty? This is empty, so I can toss. There we go. That's one more space. And I can put this. I cannot put this in here. I can, however, put this, I don't know, over here. There we go. That's one space. Great, I guess. Just a fan of Apollo with a new bird starter. Send! Always! Cause see, now we have 2 against 2. That's the issue. Send. I'll have a look at it. I'll have a look at it at the end of stream. I felt you and the other feeling too. Open and free competition is what a capitalist society is all about. Yeah, keep telling yourself that. Neither of us know the first thing, but we have no reason to kill the man. Not once, never. Yeah, that is fair. Like, he is the top 1%. He gets to say, like, he is the only one that can say that. Or the only kind that can say that. No prior dealing with the victim either. Never deal with brickmakers, to be perfectly honest. I mean, he did have a hat, didn't he? Maybe he was behind on a payment or something, and you crashed out on him. Oh? Mr. McGilded? Yes, counsel. What can I be doing you for? Did the witness's last statement give you pause or thought somehow? Not the remotest connection. He's out right now, I wonder. I mean, maybe he took a... I don't know. Maybe he took a loan or a credit from him? What are you insinuating now? Ah, Mr. Fairplay, it has been too long, so it has. My god, I cannot read. If I'm not very much mistaken, I believe it is fast approaching, is it not? Your repayment date. I beg your pardon? You borrowed 20 guineas from me, sir. At an unconscionable rate of interest, you tricked me. It's extortion. I mean, weren't there, like, you know, certain terms that you had to read and agree to? Still, sure. Well, now, is it a touch of begrudgery, is it? The sort of begrudgery that might motivate a fella to pass his crimes off to another. As in, he killed him and then wanted to frame. Okay. And young Mr. First? Me, sir? What do you want with me, sir? You do be making hats for a living, do you not? That there top hat that's sliding about on your head? Is that one of your own creations, is it? Oh, well, I'm just apprentice, you understand. I'm learning to find the perfect fit for whatever fine gent walks through the door. The perfect fit, is it? Well, it's a very distinctive design, so it is. If any customers like it, I tell you, they like a distinctive touch. Customers. Such as thrice-fired mason. Oh, wait, actually. There was a photographic print of the victim submitted as evidence for my lord. Yeah. Double framing, trying to frame a framing, assuming that McGilda's the actual perpetrator. Which would be wild, because we've only ever had that happen once, where our client turned out to be the perpetrator. And that was, and to be fair, he didn't even directly commit the murder, he hired someone to do it. And he was then also framed, because someone else was framing him. So... And like, those were like special circumstances. So, you know? Distinctly familiar. That'd be wild, especially because this is Ryunosuke's first proper case. That's one of my hats. Yeah, that it is. So it would seem the brickmaker was a customer of yours. The sort of custom-eyed wager you could have had a wee quarrel with over the distinctiveness of the goods. No, sir, absolutely not, sir. Well, there's really not more to add. It wouldn't be right to say that the two fellas here haven't the remotest connection to the victim, you see. That's gonna win him points with juror number 3. Hold on, my straws. Hold on. My straws are sliding all over the plate. All over the bowl. Hold on. I gotta rearrange them so they don't melt as quickly. Because if they lay on their side, then one side melts quickly and is like much squashier than the other, and that's unfortunate. Okay. You rest your case, okay. I am gonna take one though, so. He's better at this than I am! Ah. Go on. Uh-huh. Likely break right through it. Get me, Gilded. Size isn't all that matters. I broke wind loudly. Sure. Try to, oh, you're gonna say that it can't? That's unfortunate. A little TMI. Are you expecting me to sentence you? Oh? You've been silent for a while. Do you have something to say about that, Miss Lestrade? Miss Lestrade. It opens. Huh? The skylight. That is what we're talking about, right? Nope. All them skylights open dead easy. More easily than you can load that weapon? That is a lie, I tell you. Otherwise, when I broke wind, well, maybe you were just weak. You can't do it from the inside, you mug. Oh. Look, a few weeks ago, I was out on the roof deck on one of them drags. I had a great haul. I mean, I had purses coming out me ears. Miss Lestrade, that is not the forum to be eulogizing on the subject of your criminal activities. Well, anyway, I had a bit of a scare. When I lifted the last bloke's purse, he got wise to me. All 4 of them surrounded me, so I couldn't hop up the bus and leg it. So what I did was I used the skylight, opened the catch, and jumped right through. Oh, okay. The catch for them skylight is on the top side. That's why you can't open them from the cabin. Okay. I mean, that is another point in our favor. Open her up. Uh-huh. Right. Something doesn't feel right. Also, yeah. If anything, you would expect it to be able to be opened from the inside. Because if something happened on the rooftop, you could just jump down. So. Huh. Yeah, let's have a look at that. Let's have a look-see here. Just like that. Welcome in, Mania. Yes, we did. We good? They're looking fun. Oh, wait. What do I see there? Uh-huh. Why not take someone like you? Desato! Why someone like me? Don't stare at me like that. Look at this. Yep. That is a blood stain. Why would there be a blood stain there? Huh. Well, that does line up. Okay. Oh, proof you want? Proof you will get? Victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. Those are the facts, and the irrefutable proof clearly visible. Also, Van Zeeks has been quiet for a while now. What you up to, buddy? You still nursing your one glass of wine? There we go, there he is. Here in this courtroom, where else? Did he ever disclose how many glasses he has? It'd be funny if at some point he just keeps chucking these glasses into like a candle holder or crushing them until at some point he just has none left. He tries to reach for one and he realizes, it appears I have used up all my glasses. And they just like, he just opens the bottle and chugs straight from it. And then throws that away. Okay. Yes, we will! Remember back when I played this, I voiced McGild as Jacksepticeye in my head? Hey, listen, Irish is Irish, I was gonna say. I don't know, I think Von Zeeks might be influencing me a little bit. Oh, yeah, sorry. I meant to present. Yeah. Yeah. Did Joe ever run out of mugs? I believe he did not. But he also had someone else to slide those mugs over to him. Whoever that was. Maybe he seduced a bailiff to do it for him. By Jupiter, is that blood? This bloodstain proves two things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open. And secondly, the victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening. Oh god. And so it follows that Mr. McGilded, who was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time, cannot possibly be guilty of this crime. But what? Could have sprayed up there in the body. Now we're reaching. And also in that case, it like there would be more on the bottom. It wouldn't cut off at the top, it would cut off at the bottom. And that. Floor of the cabin. I mean, it is right below. My fellow jury members, I think we can all agree that this is clear proof of the defendant's innocence, can't we? I believe we can, yes, sir. It's clear to me now where the filthy rubbish can be found in this courtroom. So, they thought they could pull the wool over my eyes, did they? I won't tolerate any of the guild's carriages being sullied with blood. I won't tolerate it. McGilded looks like he could be the face of a branded cereal. High-class oatmeal, to be specific. You know what? Sure, I can see it. Oh, I always knew that nice gentleman who gave us that delightful park couldn't have done such a thing. Okay. 3. Okay. Alright, buddy. A chilling performance, Mr. McGilded. Oh, wait, what would you be referring to there now, Lord Von Zeeks? A bloodstain on the frame of the skylight. Such evidence is null and void. Why? For one extremely simple reason. That smear of blood... Was it added afterwards? I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. The officers involved went over the carriage with a fine-tooth comb. so I can state with absolute surety. No such smear of blood existed in the carriage. I mean that would line up with the luggage being at different places before and after. That would check out. That does check out. That does line up. That does make sense. At least until this trial began. Oh no! Are you suggesting, Lord Von Zieks, that this strain of blood was fabricated, my lord? And while this court has been in session, maybe during the smoke bomb. What? Oh, I forgot. I must say, I didn't expect such crude reasoning from a prosecutor of your standing, Lord Von Zieks. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Oh. Avoiding getting your hands dirty. Oh. I have an idea what it means. Oh, there. He's got more glasses left. When you wield a fortune the size of Mr. McGilded, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing witnesses. I toast your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir. Tut, Lord Von Zieks, this will not do, to be sure. I mean, yeah, it does. Yeah, he's got a point. He's got several points. But it now counts. Don't look at me. Don't look at me here. I think it's fair to say, this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. It doesn't really, no. I hate to break it to you, buddy. What if you will all cast your minds back? Is it not true that the omnibus there has been in the courtroom the entire time? How could anyone possibly have put a smear of blood in it without the world and its wife seeing? There was one. That's not the point you think it is. I don't think that's the point you think it is. That might not be the point you think it is. Okay. This is wild. If I take this option, he's gonna be sorely disappointed with me. Which actually I don't want. But also, just to see what happens. Unless he doesn't even say it. I want to say it's out of the question. I mean, it has to be, doesn't it? For some reason, I just can't bring myself to... Okay, yeah. It has not, honey. It has not, unfortunately. You don't think... Might it actually have been possible? Oh... It's my job to advocate for the defense as best as I can. But still, I feel as though there's something even more important at stake here. The truth! Get those brownie points with funsies! There is no evidence to suggest that the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. Ooh, we're throwing it back. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility. Good gracious! Explain yourself, counsel. Yes, there is. It seems my learned Nipponese friend has no intention of running from this deceit. It's also interesting because, like, obviously, he's a racist. Obviously. But they're definitely, like... I do see, to an extent, the difference between him and Nayuta. Because Funzeeks is not as, he's not as condescending. He carries himself differently. You know? He is racist, but like, in a more respectful way. So, I get it. I'm sure everyone still remembers clearly. The recess that we were forced to take. As a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Gina Lestrade. Mm-hmm. Yep. The courtroom was filled with smoke and everyone was thrown into confusion. Apologies, I'm having a strawberry. This is very stressful, so I need to eat. In that brief interval, under the veil of smoke and all the chaos, the full turn always catches me a little off guard. It could have been possible to steal inside the omnibus. Are you wise? Hold on, I want to finish chewing my strawberry before I read this crash out. A moment. No, I'm Renoska. What are you trying to pull, you rotten, feckless gouger? Feckless gouger? You're supposed to be defending me! It's a wicked plot! It's a plot to undermine me, so it is! Whatever you think this is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same. After this courtroom was evacuated earlier as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus. Yep. Yeah, why is that? That's a different guy. Different game. Different company. Different genre. To start with, well, sort of. The storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seat. When the police investigated the omnibus, this apartment was full of the driver's items. Different time period! Secondly, we have the smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I have said, that was not present at the start of the trial this morning. Fortunately, Lord von Zieks, no one is able to corroborate your claims. That's true. When the omnibus was first wheeled out, both the storage compartment and the skylight were shut. I mean, we did check it and there was nothing in there, but that might have been a... Actually, wait, no, was there? We did check the compartment before, I think. Was there something in there? No, I think there was actually, right? I seem to recall that we actually did check the storage compartment before the recess, and it was full. Accordingly, I'm afraid to say we cannot establish with any certainty if this evidence is the result of tampering or not. It would be cool if, like, there had been a possibility to, like, you know, if you had checked these things in advance, you know, could have pointed out, actually, we did take a look and it is as Von Zieks said. Indeed, my lord. No doubt there was not a single person who saw fit to verify such things. What do you think? Sorry? I don't think this matters, so sure. A mark. Oh. Silence, McGilded. The court awaits the defense's clarification. This trial keeps swinging one way and then the other. I have no idea what's the truth and what's deception. What am I supposed to believe here? I shall have to ask you to elaborate, counsel. Where exactly is this alleged mark that you claim to appear at some point during the... I mean, to be fair... Okay, so I wasn't crazy. I did have the faint... I did vaguely remember. This bloodstain on the floor was off to me. I didn't mention it. But I knew that there was a bloodstain on the seat. And this one seemed weird. And the color is also different. Yes, this is the dried blood. This blood is dried already. This is very red, which blood should not be. That blood is too bright for it to be old. And I did not remember that bloodstain being there before. I wish I had mentioned that. You're just gonna have to trust me on this. You're just gonna have to trust me. But I thought because no one pointed it out that, like, I was just being forgetful, and because it had been 3 weeks. But, if we consider that the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin, you would certainly expect to find signs of blood where he landed. But as far as I recall, this bloodstain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom. Yep. Oh. 1 second. There we go. I have no idea if my memory's failing me or if this was not here before. Yeah. Strawberry, cold. Oh god. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize that did that. Well said. Although as advocate for the defense, one might say that was a very careless... Wait. As advocate for the defense, one might say that was a very careless slip of the tongue. No, you got that. No. I believe that bloodstain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. But if the question is whether that evidence is genuine, or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone, I feel compelled to admit that there's at least a possibility that the evidence is fake. God damn! Give me a second to finish my strawberry. Oh, that's cold. Oh, it's cold. I have to wait until it melts a bit more. Yeah, I gotta lock in for the breakdown. Ha! Almost. Almost. God, even my water is almost warm now. This trial is over. Mr. McGilded, I've done everything I possibly can to cooperate with the court, but it's all over now. But you're the defendant. It's over, I tell you. Memory, recollection, what people think they saw. It's all nonsense. That's how it counts, and the fact is that bloodstain is there, now. Oh, well... But over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as it has been, that good-for-nothing Reaper of the Bailey has failed to present any decisive evidence at all. I'm scandalized, so I am. I thought better of Lord Van Zieks. Well, my lord? Wait. I just had an idea on how this might go. If they accept this evidence, I mean, number one, do they have the technology and scientific knowledge to know about, like, you know, number one, fresh blood in comparison to old blood and, like, run tests and stuff? They might not. If this trial ends with McGilded actually being innocent, on the one hand, it'd be good for us. On the other hand, it'd suck for Van Zieks, but it'd also suck for us. But this could be our moment to establish collaboration and to find common ground. So, and to realize how, you know, lacking the justice system is in its ways and whatnot. This moment in time, the particular bloodstain in question is very much in existence. In the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence, I regret to say that it would be improper for this trial to continue. Your lordship can't be serious. Because now Van Dijk also sees that we are on his side. We know what's going on. Unless you have something else, buddy, which I would also very much appreciate. The prosecution, my lord, has no further witnesses or evidence to present. Woo! Wait, I'm loving this! Hold on! In that case, I believe we have explored every possible avenue in this matter. I shall proceed to my adjudication. As a formality, I am of course obliged to confirm with the defense first. What formality? As things stand at the moment, it would seem that Mr. McGilded will be found not guilty. Can we object? Please let us object. Yes! 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 Which would mean we've won. Oh, we're gonna get so many brownie points with Van Dijk's for this. Is it really alright for the trial to come to an end now with all these unexplained inconsistencies? Counsel for the defense, your closing statement, please. Call out the bullshit! Yes, my lord. The defense believes... I'm gonna hope that this is gonna be another case that Renosuke is not even gonna actually say that. It's gonna be a case of I want to say he's innocent, but I can't. As Mr. McGilded's legal representative, can't breathe. The air in here is stifling. I'm this man's defense lawyer. There's only one thing I can say in this situation. I believe... Oh! Thank you, counsel. Oh! I don't like that! I don't like it! Oh, he's gonna be so disappointed with us! Don't worry, buddy, I'll reload! I'll reload! The most abject closing I have yet to hear in a court of law. I don't like this! I actually hate this! Oh, it was a grand decision to appoint you as my lawyer, so it was a grand decision. You've saved one of London's most influential gentlemen, fella. You should be proud of yourself. Here, have this for your troubles. Your job here is done, fella. It's some fine work you've done, and you have. What do you mean? It's just as the right honourable gentleman so succinctly put it afore. The trial can't go on anymore. And your closing statement there was, how do you put it, not more than a formality. I hate that. Let this be an actual ending so I can go back. I'm gonna go back either way. His lordship would be fuming. An unsightly rubbish should be disposed of promptly, as I said. The stinking rich are always guilty of something. You... Mark my words. I feel terribly ashamed that I ever doubted that lovely man who gave us the lovely pork. Now the proceedings have unfolded in this way. I am compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea. Even if this is the same, even if he's gonna be let free either way, I want to go back just to see, like, the reactions. I hereby pronounce the verdict of this court. But we still haven't determined the bloodstain. We don't know if these witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies. We have no idea about the truth. Lord Van Zieks, my lord. The case made by the prosecution was flawed, plain and simple. If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, the prosecution is at fault for allowing such disgraceful perversion of justice to take place. My sincerest apologies, my lord. But wait! When we were evacuated from the courtroom, Lord Van Zieks ordered the evidence to be secured. I'm afraid the prosecution cannot shun responsibility on this matter. Okay, I feel like we're going back on the you know, the scripted path. Like this is gonna happen either way. I'm just gonna go ahead. We might go back and forth with this, but I'm gonna go back and reload. Just because I want the reactions if we right away agree that this is bullshit. I am here in this courtroom today to advocate for the defense of my client, Mr. McGilded. However, at this moment in time, I cannot in all good conscience attest fully to the defendant's innocence. What are you saying, man? Without any question, there is no conclusive evidence to prove that the defendant is guilty. However, there is also no conclusive evidence to prove that he is innocent. Good gracious me! This is unprecedented behavior. No objections from me, Your Honor! Unprecedented behavior, counsel. A defense lawyer calling the accused's innocence into question. Are you of sound mind? Oh, it was a oh, wait. Same thing? I didn't quite expect such an exciting spectacle at the end there, but still. Okay, we're gonna go... Okay, this is the same then. I was hoping for a Van Zieks reaction, man. Whoops, what am I doing here? There we go. Okay, just in case. Cold. We skip through this just in case. I'll assume I'll assume this is the exact same. But on the slim chance... Okay. I'm done eating. No more straws left. We're locking in. Okay, that's where we stopped. This is where we loaded. Mad on guard if he was actually competent, truly. That's so unfair! Culpability of the defendant has not at the present time been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment. What? Well, Lord Von Zeeks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense. Oh, this feels awful. Do you mean to tell me this has all been a grand waste of time? Tis the law of the land, my good man. If you'd like to pursue this matter further, you can always go ahead and try to change the law. Well... Magnus McGilded. Good grief, you have more to say to me, have you? Just one thing. A warning. This is far from over. Well, something to be looking forward to then. And see, now I also don't trust... What was his name? Strongheart? No, not Stoneheart. Strongheart? Because he said that this trial was going to be an easy win. I don't trust this. I don't trust that man. Oh, this sucks, but like, in a great... Oh, we have confetti here! And fireworks? Yeah, technically this was an easy win, but that's the problem. How could Strongheart have known this was an easy win? Because it was only an easy win because of the tampered with evidence. So, unless he knew that this was going to happen, if everything had, and you know, we like Van Zieg's already concluded that it was someone within the force that did the tampering. He knew McGilder was a sham, but he knew that he was going to get off scot-free, and he claimed it was going to be easy. With the courtroom in pandemonium for the second time that day, the judge delivered his verdict. And my first ever trial in Great Britain came to an abrupt end, with the defendant being found not guilty. Ostensibly a victory for us. Oh god. Oh. Yeah, we cannot be happy about this. That certainly was a long trial. Oh, I also forgot. Yeah, this was all one trial. But it didn't feel that long. Your first ever trial on foreign soil and your first victory. It was a wonderful performance. My heartfelt congratulations. And to you, Miss Susettle. Thank you for your assistance. I suppose we should be happy. The trouble is, we're still completely in the dark about what actually happened. Well, we didn't have enough time. But isn't it wrong? I mean, who was actually responsible for Mr. Mason's death? I mean, we have an idea who it would have been. We don't even know that! I have a feeling we do know that! The sole aim of the defense is to obtain a verdict that exonerates the defendant. You carried out your duty to perfection. Aye, that you did! Oh, I don't like you! Mr. McGill did. And that girl's with him too. Fuck off, me McDonald's! Well, it seems the stories are true. What stories? About the 6 enormous fireworks they do be letting off when there's a verdict of not guilty. I'm sure you must have seen them now. Spectacular, wouldn't you say? Definitely. I'd heard it was a sight to behold, and to be sure it was. And I've you to thank, I suppose, for having the opportunity to see it. Ha ha. I don't know about that. I'm not sure I really did anything. What on earth are you saying, fella? How did they walk out there a free man, then? Well, it's not thanks to me. I refuse to take credit. I don't think it was so much thanks to me as down to your planning. You're a straight-talking fella, are you? At least one thing about him that's straight. I must say, you had me astray in the head there once or twice. But you're young and headstrong. It is water under the bridge. Congratulations, Mr. McGill, on having your name cleared. But nothing's resolved. There's only one thing that matters to me. Oh? Hey, they've all seen that I didn't do that odious and abstinent deed. 'Tis grand, is it not? I suppose it is. Now the fine fellows of Scotland Yard can take matters in hand and sort out any wee details. They'll see it for what it is. They'll get to the truth. I've absolute faith in them, so I have, after all. I do be providing a good number of their wages with all the taxes I pay. Ah! It's not that funny! So then, as we agreed beforehand, 1,000 guineas for your travels, fella. Can we reject it? Can we tell him to shove it up his ass and fuck off with it? No, I couldn't possibly accept that much. I'd be wist. You're humble people, are you from the east? Well, if you insist. But to have this, still and all, you deserve a reward. Mr. Magnus McGilded! Everything is ready, sir, if you'd like to follow me into the courtroom. What's this, officer? You were sooner than I was led to believe. I hope it's not inconvenient, sir. There were some changes to the schedule. Well, I must be making tracks now. It's time for the inspection. Sorry, what inspection? They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself. That's not a good idea. Naturally, I'm under no obligation to take part in any more of this matter now. But as an upstanding member of London society, I do be doing my best to help where I can. 'Tis a gentleman's duty, so it is. Can we sit in on that? It was an absolute pleasure meeting yous. I hope you have a whale of a time when you're studying in the Great Britain. And there he goes, a free man. Hey, so where's Funzie? I forgot about you. Hey, girl. I forgot she was here. Don't move! Whereas I want to say, get a move on, she really does take forever to load that thing. Miss Lestrade, would you mind putting that thing down? You're a grown-up. Sorry? And I ain't all grown-ups. Oh. I've seen you! Wait, I've seen you! Wait, I've seen you! Naughty, naughty, running off like that. Some kind of picnic? Who's this little girl now? I'm taking that with you as well. I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Oh, jeez. Oh, do you want to play? You won't beat me. Excuse me, but who are you? Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine. The inventor? Well, normal smoke grenades are so dull, don't you agree? White, white, and more white. If you have to be shrouded in smoke, it could at least be a pretty color, I thought to myself. Do we have to be shrouded in smoke, though, at all? I just took my eyes from it for a moment whilst I was changing into a different omnibus, and she pinched it. Luckily, I fitted it with a telegraphic beacon. What now? I have no idea what this girl is talking about. Anyway, you're coming with me now, back to my laboratory. What for? To apologize, of course, silly, to my technician. You mean, say sorry? You must say sorry when you've done something wrong. Surely an adult has told you that before. How old are you, girl? An adult? I don't listen to no adults. Come along then, follow me. Fine, have it your way. Oh, good! You see, I knew you would to do the right thing in the end. I'm fairly sure that what she wants is not get shot by that massive gun of yours. We'll believe it now then. Bye-bye! I'm so sorry for all the fuss. Okay. She was a lively one. Well, do you think perhaps we ought to be on our way too? You're right, but where to? Oh! We haven't had time to find a place to stay. No sooner than we arrived in London, then we had to rush here. All our traveling cases are still with the bailiff. I was originally planning to spend today in search of lodgings, but at this late hour in the day, I'm afraid we may be out of luck. Don't worry though, I have a plan. If the worst comes to the worst, I've heard of a lovely park where we could spend the night. Please tell me you're not thinking of McGilded Park. I know it may be chilly at this time of year, but our youthfulness will see us through. I'm not so sure about that. I think a midwinter London night will freeze a young person's solid just as easily as an elderly one. Oh dear, that doesn't sound agreeable. Now I'm starting to regret turning McGillet down. At 1,000 guineas, would have paid for a lovely warm room or mansion. And so, the trial to determine my worthiness for the study tour was over by the end of our first day in London. However, as we were soon to learn, there were more trying times ahead. Just as the Reaper of the Bailey had warned, the case was far from over. And oh, no end. Cutscene. Oh. Also, wait, I've seen you around. What the f- Oh, you look so pretty. Oh. Ah. Yeah, sure. Sure, let me save. Oh. How many episodes are there? 5? 5, okay. The Adventure of the Clouded Kokoro. Huh. Well, I guess that's where we're gonna be calling it for today. Interesting. Well, I guess next week, probably, we are gonna be starting case 4. Not gonna lie, I am very much loving this. I am all of this. Very much. Apollo Justice will always have a special place in my heart, but in terms of like pacing, the storytelling, the mechanics and everything, yeah, no, I totally get why people consider this to be the best one. Did you finish the cutscene? I mean, it just ran. It just played automatically. Yes. I wouldn't be surprised if the person inside there was McGilded and he was dead. Now. Which, to be fair, I mean, womp womp. Womp fucking womp. But yeah, no, I totally get why people consider this duology to be the best one of the entire franchise. It is amazing. Like, despite the first 3 cases technically being tutorial cases in a sense, god damn. God damn. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it today. We might just start the next week with case 4. I might be I don't know if I'll be hold on. I think we should be back to our normal schedule next week. Except I have one collab coming up that might be starting a little earlier because, you know, collabs I usually match other people's time zones. But yeah. Jesus. Anyway, I thank you guys for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Consider following / subscribing to the Twitch, the YouTube, the Twitter, the Blue Sky, the Patreon if you like anime reactions. I'm gonna be recording 1 or 2 more episodes of that as soon as this stream ends. And yeah. Stay safe, y'all. Take care. And I may see you again next week. Have a lovely, lovely rest of your weekends. Week and whatever. Bye-bye!